Hey everybody, hope we're doing well. Welcome back to the episode of CS News. Going to try and go back to the old way of CS News. So first off, this is Cindy, my Galaxy cat, and next off, and that's freaking Otis, okay? Otis cost me $5 at Walmart. So go out to Walmart, get yourself an Otis, guys. These cat shirts are kind of getting creepy. But anyway, welcome back to CS News. As always, guys, let's get right into our first story. Our first story today, like I said yesterday, FaZe Mojo hit 1 million subscribers. Again, congrats to him, a great CSGO YouTuber and an entertainer as well. And why I say entertainer, if you guys follow him on Snapchat, he actually had videos released of him the other day rapping and also him saying he's going to go to the studio. So following that KSI pathway, as many of you guys probably know, the bigger YouTuber KSI also made some songs. I personally believe they're not very good songs, so I hope so. If Mojo does actually release these songs, maybe they're CSGO related. It didn't sound like it. Follow him on Snapchat, guys, but in the future we can expect some raps come out from Mojo. Hopefully going to be CSGO related. If not, hopefully going to be actually good raps. So that's what we have, future plans for Mojo. Actually leaked on a Snapchat story, so follow him over there, guys. Anyway, those are my cats, and on to some real CSGO news story. And more on the whole Space Soldier situation. As many of you know, Tugux actually left that roster. According to him, it was his decision yesterday to leave that Space Soldiers roster, which leaves him with an empty 4-man roster. And apparently we can expect, guys, highly speculated to be confirmed in these next coming days, is Major. He's actually a current player for Team Millennium. That is Maniac's roster, a pretty broken roster made up of backups and stand-ins as of right now. We can expect this Millennium roster probably not to continue on very on into the future, because after a last place finish at ESWC, they are very broken and not really a solid lineup. So we can expect, as of right now, in the coming days, Major to be joining the Space Soldiers roster, to be that 5th member and make that lineup again an entire Turkish roster. Now, Tugux being a German player, a lot of people are saying he might go to Penta Esports. If you guys know Penta's roster right now, also a very broken roster. They have their 4th member right now. They're playing with a 5-man player with their coach. As of right now, their 4th member is actually a stand-in player and a trial member, that is Stefan. So if they confirm him, we actually can expect that Tugux will be their 5th member. As of right now, it's just speculation. It's more so confirmed that Space Soldiers will have a 5th member in Major. But yes, Space Soldiers will be having Major, and apparently Penta Sports is interested in this new lineup with Tugux on it. Also, some coaching updates for all of you. As many of you guys know, the former Liquid coach Peacemaker is currently looking for a coaching role in the CSGO scene. I personally think he definitely has a chance in both the North American and South American scene. He tweeted out this the other day saying that SK was straight up not interested in his offer. They don't want to coach. They don't need a coach any longer. Now, Peacemaker obviously coached for Tempo Storm back in the day, and obviously Liquid these past few months as well before being let go. And now I really think that, with obviously this tweet as well, it's actually very interesting to see that Cloud9 apparently was fielding an offer to Peacemaker until they won ESL Pro League Finals. So they were looking for a coach. They won a big event. They're thinking, okay, we don't need a coach anymore. I think very interesting here, because obviously SK not interested, but Cloud9 might be after this past weekend. They lost the Brazilian team Immortals obviously this past weekend as well in the iBuyPower Masters tournament. Maybe they're going to be fielding another offer back to Peacemaker saying, hey, you've coached Brazilian teams before. We keep on losing to Brazilian teams. Even though they beat SK, they now lost to Immortals. Kind of a downplay there. Maybe they're looking for a coach. Also as well, not only Cloud9 an option, but possibly Optic Gaming. I've said this in the past before, guys. Peacemaker could definitely fit in as a coaching role for Optic Gaming. Optic does not currently have a coach. They have some great tier talent, and they're looking very good, especially this past weekend. They just won Northern Arena tournament over there, and going to be really cool to see if they want a coach before the major. So Liquid Peacemaker, former Liquid Peacemaker, I'm sorry, I always say Liquid before his name. Peacemaker currently looking for a coaching role. I think he will find one in the next coming months before the major. And some small updates for all of you guys. I'm going to talk about first Mountain Dew League, then WESG Pacific, the tournament this past weekend. Mountain Dew League, actually the teams over there, the kind of the lower tier teams, although we do have European teams like Epsilon and Godsend, with North American teams like Luminosity and TSM sneaking into this. I'm going to show you guys the standings right now. Why this is very curious is Mountain Dew League just concluded last week. They will have their playoffs with, if you guys do not know their playoffs, the eventual tournament and the grand final winner there will place a spot in ESL Pro League Season 5, next season of ESL Pro League, obviously, and they'll be giving away one spot for that. The only problem here is, though, only 8 teams go to playoffs, 2 teams go from North America, 2 teams from Europe, and as you guys can see by the standings, almost all, you could actually say the top, almost the top 15 teams are all either European or North American based on their standings and records. So kind of a flawed system here if they actually have to go through with 4 other teams from not North American and not European regions. Going to be really cool to see who actually sneaks in if they have a chance, because I personally agree, because you have teams like TSM and LG and Godsend and all these top tier teams on the European side especially that are dominating and they're going to go through automatically, it really does not give a chance to those lower tier teams to go through. So kind of a flawed system. Going to be cool to see who sneaks through the playoffs and if they can actually compete with these top North American and European teams in the Mountain Dew League fighting for that last ESL Pro League spot. Also, guys, in the WESG Pacific region, we actually had some upsets over here. It was actually ended up being the Kazakhstan team of K23. If you guys never heard about them, I've only heard about them once or twice in the past. They are now now, you know, a really good Kazakhstani team, obviously. They won this tournament. They actually upset the team known as 5 Esports. Now, they're not the top tier Chinese team joining this tournament. They were actually number 2 seed team to CyberZen. CyberZen was your favorite Chinese team and probably one of your favorite teams in this tournament. Now, it was 5 Esports that actually lost to K23 in the grand finals, but 5 Esports took down their fellow Chinese companions. That was CyberZen in the semifinals. So CyberZen never got to play K23, but K23 is your tournament champions. Also, some notable upsets here, guys. The Korean teams, both MVP Project and also Monster, didn't even make out of group stages here. So if you guys thought Koreans were on the rise, they didn't show up at this tournament whatsoever. Also, Atletico, they actually lost to the team 5 Esports in the playoffs as well. So Atletico, kind of an upset there. A lot of upsets going on in these lower regions, Pacific and CIS minor as well. So that was in WESG news, guys. But a big win here for K23 and the Kazakhstan fans out there. Oh, and by the way, everyone's talking about Queen Consolidated right now, the new French team on the scene, who hasn't played any major tournaments as of right now. Obviously, Devil's starting that new lineup. He took a couple players away from Red Instinct, the former French team who played in ESWC, and I made a video about this saying that he destroyed this lineup. I was kind of sarcastic. If you guys watched the video, I didn't say anything, you know, really mean about Devil. He just made a new team. And I made sure to mention, though, that he actually did kind of, you know, the team Red Instinct was destroyed after this. Now, he actually reached out to me personally after watching the video, and Devil said that, just so you guys know, Red Instinct, that lineup, was actually disbanded before they went into WESC or ESWC, that tournament over there. They already disbanded beforehand, and that was their last tournament as a team. So just to clarify for all of you guys, Devil did not destroy a lineup. It was actually already disbanded beforehand, and that's why he took those players away and formed his own team. All right, that's going to do it for today's episode of CS News. First off today, guys, I have one last giveaway for all of you, a $500 giveaway from Tipify.gg. That link's going to be in the description of that giveaway, guys. Good luck to everyone who is going to enter. Also going to have really big giveaways, not only for myself personally, but also Tipify is going to supply a giveaway next week as well for a couple knives for all of you guys, so watch out for that. We have several giveaways happening next week for, I believe, a minimal wear AK frontside Misties, some Desolate Space M4A4s, and then several knife giveaways next week as well. So thank you to Tipify for those. As always, guys, hope you all enjoyed this episode of CS News. My name is Jake. Hope you guys all enjoyed. Live, love, laugh a lot. Remember, I like you. That's Otis. That's Cindy. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.